SaifeReport was born from a very real pain in my own clinical. I work with a high volume of ultrasound examination, and I experience every day how much time physicians spend in repetitive reporting. We need to type a similar description, organize measurements, remember classification, check the guideline, write conclusions, and make sure that important information has not been omitted, right? The physician should be concentrating on the...
Hello, everybody in podcast land. I'm Dr. Ted Thatchenkary, and this is MD Roundtable, a podcast about collaborating and learning from other healthcare professionals from all over the globe. We are all so much more connected due to technology. We have so much to learn from each other. Thanks for joining us today on MD Roundtable, folks. This is a very special episode as we are featuring Dr. Eduardo Chiovatto, a radiologist who specializes in ultrasound in Sao Paulo, Brazil. He is also a health tech and AI enthusiast who founded SaifeReport AI, which is a clinical intelligence platform for ultrasound reporting and workflow management. Welcome to MD Roundtable, Eduardo.
Thank you so much for having me, Ted. It's a truly honor to be here. This opportunity is very meaningful to me, not only professional, but also personally and spiritually, right? So let's go.
Yeah, it's a pleasure to have you. First off, Eduardo, let's start off with your journey. Where are you originally from?
Yeah, perfect. I'm originally from Brazil and currently live and work in Sao Paulo. My journey into medicine was not completely straightforward. I have always loved numbers, technology, and problem solving. Before medical school, I actually began studying mechatronics engineering. At some point, however, I realized that engineering was not the path I wanted to follow for the rest of my life. Medicine began to appear as a possibility, but I was not immediately certain that I should pursue it. The person who really encouraged me to consider medicine at the moment was my girlfriend, who is now my wife and mother of my children. She saw something in she saw something in me and kept telling me that medicine could be an incredible path. Sometimes another person can recognize our calling before we are ready to recognize it ourselves. I eventually decided to leave engineering and accept the mission to become a physician. Today, I can see that the love of numbers and technology never disappeared. It became a part of the way and approach medical imaging and artificial intelligence.
Wonderful, Eduardo. Where did you go to university and where did you do your radiology training?
Oh, perfect. I did my school medicine at Santa Marcelina. It's a Santa Marcelina Medical School. I'm very blessed to do the medicine school there. There are biggest hospital in East Zone here in Sao Paulo. When I started the mission to be a physician, that one person that encouraged me, he's my father. I really want to talk about him a little bit because he was a great physician, not only because of his medical knowledge, but because of his essence. He showed me that being a physician is about much more diagnosed disease and prescribing treatments. It's about responsibility, compassion, presence, and truly caring for people. So I think he's the biggest person that helped me to make the improve the physician way,
Sure.
So when I was a medical student, one thing that guided me, it was my faith. I am a Catholic, and I really like to work with Catholic stuffs. So when I was in a medical school, I started many programs that help people around the Sao Paulo city, So I really loved that place. I really loved to study there. So when I finished my medical school, I started my imaging residency in DASA. It's a bigger enterprise here in Brazil. It's a great place that it helped me to understand what is ultrasound. And when I finished the imaging residency, I did a fellowship in AI and image, medical image, and I did this for a year.
Great, fantastic, Eduardo. So is that when you really got interested in ultrasound and AI?
Perfect. So ultrasound is very dynamic. We are not simply review image that someone else required. We perform the examination, adjust the equipment, interact with the patient, interpret what we are seeing, and make decision in real time. That's absolutely unbelievable. Looking back, I see that opportunity as one of the path God placed in front of me. I had to be willing to listen and say yes, So today, ultrasound is at the center of my clinical practice, teaching, research, and technological development. So I believe the AI could be help too much physicians or sonographers, whatever. So someone who makes ultrasound, to improve the technique, to improve the workflow, to improve better diagnosis, and could be create more human space and contact with the people that you help when you use ultrasound. I think I really like to use technologies to approach the humans and make the relationship could be more warm and more human.
Yes. Well, great. Switching gears, you're not only a physician, Eduardo, you're also a tech entrepreneur. And I always love to hear these stories of how you became an entrepreneur. So I think it'd be beneficial to discuss for the listeners what is SaifeReport and what inspired you to start SaifeReport?
Unbelievable. So SaifeReport is a clinical intelligence platform for ultrasound reporting and workflow management, right?
Yes.
The professional provides the finding, measurements, and relevant clinical informations, and the platform helps transform that information into a structured and consistent report. Oh, that's okay?
Yes.
It can support terminology, classification, guideline adherences, organization of findings, and the generation of clinical, meaningful conclusions. An important point is the SaifeReport is not designed to replace the physician. That's the main thing that SaifeReport is. The physician or qualified professional remains in control. Review the content, make the clinical decision, and approves the final report. I like to describe it as a clinical co-pilot. The goal is to remove repetitive burden while preserving clinical responsibility and human judgment.
Yeah, very intriguing.
Yeah.
And who can benefit from using this technology?
Absolutely. SaifeReport was initially created for physicians who perform ultrasound, but its a potential audience is broader. It can support radiologists, ultrasound specialists, point of care ultrasound physicians, sonographers and other professionals involved in acquiring, interpreting, and documenting medical imaging examination, right? Different countries also have different professionals workflow. In Brazil, physicians often perform the examination and write the report themselves. In other countries, sonographers play a major role in image acquisition and preliminary documentation. Our goal is to create a platform that respects these different workflows while improving communication, consistency, and efficiency. Yeah.
Amazing, amazing, Eduardo. It sounds like it'd be very beneficial for sonographer in like very high volume, kind of low resource type setting, right?
Yeah, of course. SaifeReport designed it for high volume work, and help to bring more time for you for all those days.
Right.
I think when we use ultrasound, we have to spend time with our patients. We don't have to spend time with the bureaucracy. I think AI could help with the bureaucracy. Doctors or sonographers or technical person have to spend time with the patient. Patient's our goal, documentation, bureaucracy stuffs. It's like a juridical crazy thing of modern world, so the most important thing we have is to be human for the human.
Right. And what is the data shown so far with SaifeReport?
Perfect. We are still at the early stage, so I want to be very responsible about how I describe the results. Our preliminary internal observation suggests a significant reduction in reporting time. Relative straightforward ultrasound report that previously required around 2 minutes may sometimes be organized and reviewed in less than a minute. More complex examinations, which can require several minutes of documentation, may also be completed much more efficiently. But speed's not the only outcome that matters. We also want to evaluate consistency, completeness, adherence to guidelines, the guidelines, reduction of documentation errors, and the experience of the professionals using the platform. These results still need to be formally evaluated through the structured clinical studies and peer-reviewed research. I believe that scientific validation is essential, of course, and healthcare technology should not be judged only by impressive it appears, but by whether it genuinely supports safer and better clinical work.
Yes, definitely. I agree. And is the use of these technologies, Eduardo, becoming more common in Brazil, or is it relatively rare still?
We saw many technologies around the world, and Brazil is not different. Brazil, it's main country in South America, and we have many absolute great professionals here in Brazil that create many AI tools for radiology. I have many examples for this. And here in Brazil, we saw a big wave of many tools to help doctors, to help hospital, to help workflow, and not only in radiology, but so we can see this in other specialty like clinical specialties, cardiologic, or many other specialties. So I think Brazil, it's like wonderful place to create and make your idea could be real.
Yes, yes. And Eduardo, what are some key ways in which the use of AI, especially in point of care ultrasound, could shape the landscape in the future?
So the question is AI research and the future, right?
Yes.
So I think my main entrepreneurial project is to continue development and clinical validation of SaifeReport, and we are expand the platform to support more types of ultrasound examination, multiple languages, regional guidelines, and integration of with ultrasound machine, structured data, and medical information system. At the same time, I'm developing my doctoral research
Mhm.
at University of Sao Paulo. My PhD project focuses on the use of deep learning thyroid ultrasound. We are studying whether artificial intelligence applied to preoperative ultrasound images can help predict the aggressiveness of thyroid nodules and thyroid cancer.
Mhm.
The idea is not only to distinguish benign from malignant nodules, but is investigate whether image and deep learning can help identify characteristics associated with more aggressive disease. I also continue work with high volume clinical practice, teaching physicians and participating in research and scientific activities. These areas are deeply connected. Clinical practice helps me identify real problem. Research give me the scientific methodology and investigate them. Technology help us build a possible solution, and teaching allows us uh, to share what we learn.
Mhm. Very intriguing, Eduardo. Congratulations on doing your PhD as well. That's impressive.
Thanks so much. Thanks
Yeah.
so much.
So, as a health tech entrepreneur, what have been some barriers for you on your journey?
Oh my goodness, there are many barriers. I think time that I spent to create the code. This is the biggest barrier that I had because I had a family. I have to pay many bills. That's I have two children. It's crazy. The barrier, I think, to be an entrepreneur here in Brazil, there are many things, but time to increase your idea, to improve your project is the biggest barrier that you have, because living in Sao Paulo, it's like you living in New York. It's a expensive city in the world, and crazy. My goodness, we have many tax here in Brazil, so that was crazy. But I think you could help many people with the good idea, and I think the challenge of to be an entrepreneur, it's like live day by day and help people around of the world.
Yes, yes, definitely. Great, Eduardo. What excites you in this field right now?
I think the big thing that excites me, it's the potential to give physician more time to be physician.
Hmm.
I think we lost the time to be physician a few years. Nowadays, I don't know what's your reality in USA, but here in Brazil, we make many documentations. So big thing that excite me is I can reduce repetitive documentation, help to organize information, improve access to a guideline, support more consistent clinical decision. And I believe the best technology is not only that creates the greatest distance between the physician and the patient, but it's the one that removes unnecessary barriers and give us more time to listen, examine, think, and care. I think that's it. That I work all the days. All the days I work to spend time with the patient. I think we have to be more human. I think we lost the human, the human stuff because we have to do documentation for many things. You don't know when we have a lawyer that tell you something that could be wrong or not, or whatever. So I think the main thing that I excite myself to make entrepreneur, to create code, to make this true, it's physicians or sonographers or whatever who can use ultrasound around the world, have to spend time with the patient, study more disease, study more about the person that you examine. I think that's it. Make me my fool like a Mustang machine. Do you understand what I mean?
Yes, I
Uh,
understand.
I think the future that excites me is one with technology makes medicine more human and not less human.
Right. Yeah, no, I certainly agree. In the United States, we do spend quite a bit of our day as physicians with documentation. And unfortunately, in the United States, as you know, people like to sue each other here,
Hmm.
which is a big problem. I don't know if that's the same in Brazil, but it's a very litigious system that we work in.
Of course. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
unfortunately, documentation is part of that. But
Yes.
you're right,
It's a part
though.
of the
Any
process.
technology that can reduce documentation and improve physician to patient interaction is beneficial.
Absolutely. That's the way. I think this is the most important thing, a thing that we have to do. If you have an idea, I think you can use this to help people around the world, and I think we have to help us. Like a doctors, and the system is crazy for us. So it's most important paper, and the second place is the patient. And I really don't like this. This make me a little bit sick. It's crazy, but it's real. So I think the biggest idea it's help is to be more human, because the world it's absolute crazy nowadays.
Yes, yes, I agree. Well, thank you for that discussion on what SaifeReport is and how you're making an impact. Having said that, Eduardo, what are some of your interests outside of work? How do you like to decompress?
Oh, perfect. The most important part of my life outside work is my family. I love spending time with my wife and my children. Medicine research, entrepreneurship can be very intense,
Hmm.
and my family reminds me why all of this matters. They help me return to what is essential. Music and my faith are also very important to me. On Sundays, I play music at the mass. I play my guitar. I really love it.
Oh, great.
Yes, I really love it. That is one of the ways I reconnect spiritually, contribute to my community, and find peace after an intense week. I also continue to value volunteer work and opportunities to support people. I believe we should not define ourselves only by our professional titles. Being a physician is important, but being present for the people and make a positive difference in their lives is even more important. I'm still learning how to truly decompress, but family, music, faith, and service give me balance.
Amazing. Yeah. Yeah, definitely. And what is the one thing that you would like to highlight about Sao Paulo for those that might be interested in visiting?
Oh my goodness. There are many things here in Sao Paulo, but I think the food here is crazy. My goodness. If you want a Brazilian typical food, was such crazy thing. you can find food around the world in one street in Sao Paulo. That
Hmm.
was crazy that we have Indian food, Turkish food, Arabian food, Chinese food, Japanese food, Brazilian food. There are many different types of Brazilian food, like Mineiro food, or comidas nordestinas. We have many different candies. So I think my love here in São Paulo is the food. It was crazy, but I
what
really love it.
What is your favorite typical local food? What is that?
Oh my goodness, there are many local foods here in Brazil. My goodness, that a great question. Uh, I think that are many good places here in Brazil, but steakhouse here in Brazil, it's very common,
Hmm.
but we don't use this name here in Brazil. We use a churrascaria.
Yeah.
So that you have all you can eat here, and you can eat all meat that you can. So when some friends outside of Brazil come here
Hmm.
to visiting my family, I always get them for the churrascaria, and everybody everybody could be full in a few minutes. That's what's crazy.
Yeah, it sounds delicious, but I'm sure it keeps the cardiologist busy, right?
Oh my goodness, all the time now. My LDL is good, and my
Yeah.
high HDL is very great.
So fantastic. Before we wrap up, is there anything else that you'd like to share with our listeners?
Perfect. So I'd like to leave two messages. The first is about artificial intelligence.
Hmm.
AI should not move physicians away from patients. It should give physicians more time to be with patients. Technology should reduce repetitive work, improve access to knowledge, and help us make more consistent decisions. But medicine must remain human, you know. And the second message is about the path that God places in our lives. Many of the most important moments in my journey were unexpected. Medicine was encouraged by the woman who can become my wife.
Hmm.
Ultrasound began through an opportunity that almost no one was pursuing. SaifeReport began as a simple response to a personal difficulty,
Hmm.
and this podcast is also very meaningful to me. I had been pray and asking God for an opportunity to participate in a podcast where I could share my story, speak about ultrasound, artificial intelligence, and the purpose behind SaifeReport. Then, without knowing, and this is absolutely really Ted, without knowing about that prior, we reached out to me.
Yeah.
Uh, Ted, and extended your hand. For me, this opportunity is much more than another professional interview. I see it as one of those moments when God opens a path, and we need to listen, trust, and have the courage to accept it. Being able to share who Eduardo is, how SaifeReport was created, and how I believe AI can help medicine is something I consider a great blessing. It's absolutely true, Ted.
Yeah.
I'm deeply grateful to you and the MD Roundtable for this opportunity. People can connect me through the LinkedIn or the SaifeReport website, safereport.com.
Sure.
So thank you so much for having me. You are an amazing person that show in my life. So I'm very grateful for this unbelievable and unexpected opportunity to talk about myself and talk about my the project that I think could be changed the life of many people around the world. So Ted, you are amazing. Thank you so much for this.
Oh, it's my pleasure, Eduardo. I'm very happy that we were able to connect via LinkedIn, and I just want to thank you again for your time and being a guest on MD Roundtable. And
Yes,
keep doing the great work you do with SaifeReport and your patients.
thanks so much. Thanks so much for all. So have a good day, and I'm here for whatever you need. And the people that listen us, thank you for your attention, and I'm here for any question that you have. I'm here. Thanks so much.
Thank you. Thank you. And I'll put your contact details in the show notes, okay?
So perfect. Thanks so much.
All right. Great.
Bye bye.
Folks, if you enjoyed that episode, don't forget to leave a review of MD Roundtable Podcast. And don't forget to subscribe. Also, if you want to reach out to me with any comments or questions, feel free to go ahead and email me at drtedthatchandcarry@gmail.com. Once again, Dr. Ted Thatchandcarry@gmail.com. I will also leave the email contact in my show notes. Thank you again for joining me. Have a great day.